So I've been saying for years that you deserve this award.
No, I've been saying I deserve this award.
Because you play like 40 characters per season. Is it going to be strange for you to now, move on and just do one role with one character?
I think anyone with young children plays 40 people in a day. So it's still ongoing for me. Yes, it is. It absolutely is, in all sincerity. I was just asked what I'd miss most about the Americans, and I said the depth and complexity of these characters. Very arrogantly, I'm reading things now and I'm going, oh, yeah, that's great, but what else is going on in his life? The dimensions that, every character had in that show was tenfold, and I'll miss the challenge of that.
In the back to the right.
Mr. Rhys, congratulations. Jim Roop with Westwood One News. This character, talk about a character arc or character's arc. It's just amazing. Did you ever sit down at the table with a script and go, really?
Yes. From the pilot, I remember the pilot episode. I remember reading it very clearly. I was in a dressing room with Adam Driver, and he'd just done a pilot for something called Girls, and I went, that'll never take off. But I read it, and I went, in one episode, he laid so many foundations that you kind of went, how on God's green earth will they figure this out and make it to the end? And, FX gave us 6 seasons to do it through, and as you say, the arc was bigger than Noah's.
In the back to the right, Matthew.
Hey,
Yeah.
Matthew, back here. Jason Nathanson with ABC News. In 30 years, when they reboot this show, and it's about today,
Yes.
and the Russians,
Yes.
will you be in it? Would you be interested?
I'll play Mueller. Yeah.
But seriously, how is it today with all the politics of today and Russia, doing a show that took place so long ago and the parallels of that? Were you surprised as the series went on?
Absolutely. I remember in season 1 being asked, whether Russian interest in the United States was still relevant, and kind of thinking, oh, I think we're on for a cancellation here. And then, season 2, and by season 3, we were, we were up and running in the news. So, yeah, it's tragically more so the unfolding of what's happened in, on a greater global scale has been shocking.
To your right, Matthew, the first row.
Down here.
Hi.
We talked a few weeks ago. We talked about the only thing worse than losing would be to have to go on stage and make a speech. So tell me about how that moment played out.
It is. I was going to say it's equal part kind of absolute joy and abject fear, but I think the abject fear actually has a far greater percentage, because I've never experienced something like that in my life, whereby you're walking up in front of an audience you could only choose in your nightmares, because it's not only just your peers, it's people you've grown up with, it's the most famous people in the world, and then you're half prepared. It's like everything you dream of, those dreams where you're on stage playing Hamlet and you don't know the words. It's like that. It's like, I'm not prepared for this speech. So then you become a kind of bubbling idiot. And that thing, no one ever sees this, is that giant jumbotron that flashes red, just going, stop, stop. Like after 8 seconds, and you go, I've 84 other people to thank. So it is terrifying.